Welcome to the Business Finance Bulletin, episode 151. Welcome again to the latest Business Finance Bulletin with me, Rob Warlow from Business Loan Services, the commercial finance experts. In this bulletin, more funding for Funding Circle, borrowing appetite amongst small businesses, and business confidence in 2017. Well, let's kick off this latest bulletin looking at some news from Funding Circle. Now, Funding Circle is one of the UK's leading crowdfunding stroke peer-to-peer lending platforms. Funding Circle, as you know, matches borrowers or businesses looking to borrow money with retail or private investors who have surplus cash looking for a better interest rate on their money. Well, Funding Circle has really been powering ahead, and two bits of news have recently come out. First of all, that the British Business Bank, which is the umbrella organisation for the government where it holds all of its finance support schemes, has pledged a further £40 million to lend on the Funding Circle platform to growing businesses. Now, the British Business Bank will be lending alongside private individuals, and about 10% of loans funded will come from this pot of £40 million. Now, this comes on the back of an initial fund of £60 million advanced over the last couple of years. And in fact, over the last 4 years, the government has already had a net interest return of £5 million from those funds invested. So a great return. Also, some news has just come out that Funding Circle have also raised further funding via selling equity in the business. They've raised approximately £82 million from a series of institutional investors, and all that money will be going to support the planned growth of the platform over the next few years. The Funding Circle, as I record this, currently borrowing about £1.9 billion to small businesses, and that's about 20,000 businesses they're supporting, and that's on the back of 57,000 private investors investing on the platform. So if you want to know more about Funding Circle, just go along to their website, fundingcircle.com, or if you're interested in knowing how you can get access to a loan, we're certainly there to help you. Just drop us a line, info@businessloanservices.co.uk, and we'd be happy to have a chat. How hungry are UK small businesses when it comes to borrowing money? Well, that's a question that's been posed by Zurich, the insurance company, as part of their regular SME Risk Index survey. They've gone out and asked 1,000 business owners about what they borrowed in 2016 and their intentions for 2017. So looking ahead at 2017, the survey found that on average, small business owners said they are going to be borrowing £41,770. And that's a 22% increase on the actual amount borrowed in 2016. So as you can see, that's a major thumbs up and a major sign of confidence for small business owners about their growth plans. What about the amount that they are looking to borrow in terms of tiers? Well, 38% of them said that they are going to be borrowing more than £100,000. Now, that's a big chunk of money, so either they've got very ambitious growth plans that they need working capital for, or more likely there's going to be good spending on plant and equipment, infrastructure, or even buying their own commercial premises. Now, of course, not all businesses want to borrow, and the survey found out that 65% of the businesses said that they did not borrow in 2016. And in fact, 64% of them said they had no plans to borrow in 2017. And looking over a much larger period, over 10 years, 55% of businesses said they've never borrowed a single penny. So that's more than half of small businesses. So anyway, some good messages coming out there about confidence levels amongst small business owners. If you do want to have a chat about your funding plans, by all means, get in touch, and we're happy to have a quick chat with you to see how your plans can be financed. Turning now to business confidence, and more evidence and news coming out that small business owners continue to block their ears when it comes to negative messages in the media about the economy. The latest survey from the Federation of Small Businesses, as part of their quarterly Small Business Index, has shown that confidence levels, as measured by their index, is now just under the peak reached in the beginning of 2016. So in other words, all the confidence that was sucked out of small business owners post-Brexit has has now returned. Businesses are looking very buoyant about 2017. And that comes down to job creation. 10% of them said over the next quarter, or the first quarter 2017, 10% of them are going to be hiring more staff. They're also gaining sales from additional exports and actively going out there looking for new markets. This confidence has also been mirrored in another survey released by Smith & Williamson. They've also found out that confidence levels are increasing, which of course is great news. And 50% of those businesses surveyed by Smith & Williamson said that they thought the economy was going to be improving in 2017. So overall, very good news and a great positive start to 2017. Well, that's it for another bulletin. Thanks very much for being with me. Don't forget, if you're watching on the video version, we have the podcast version for you to download and listen to at your leisure. You can get this episode and all other previous Business Finance Bulletins on our iTunes, SoundCloud and Stitcher page. And don't forget, if you are listening on podcast, check out my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search for Rob Warlow, and there you will find this bulletin, other videos and lots of other tips as well on raising finance. So thanks very much for being with me. Look forward to being with you next time. Thanks very much. Have a great, successful and profitable week. Bye-bye now.